Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2024 IU Southeast Baseball Home Opener here. The Grenadiers are going to be taking on Campbellsville University today in a doubleheader. First game will be a 9-inning game, followed by a 7. You have myself, Kyle Hawkins, and Logan Stevens here on the call with you today. Logan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you? It's still weird to hear 2024, but we're here, home opener. It's always an exciting time.
Yep, and as we get going here, Luke Schaefer is going to have his first home start of the year. And it appears that the second baseman for Campbellsville, Lamar, is going to be leading off here, and he'll watch first pitch, strike one. Give me a second here, and I'll set the defense for you as Schaefer looks to deliver a second pitch. That's going to be another strike called in there, count 0-2. So across the outfield, we have Long, Powell, and White left to right in the outfield. And the 0-2 is put in play there. Hit softly up the middle, and Shield comes on and makes a play, and a good play there by Slater Shield to get the first out of the inning. So getting to the infield, going from left to right, we have Braden Hazelwood at third base, the guy that just made the play, Slater Shield. At shortstop, second base is Ethan Burdett, and Hazel Martinez is over at first. And your battery, of course, includes Luke Schaefer and Logan Murphy. First pitch called strike to the left fielder for the Tigers, Gonzalez.
Schaefer pounding the zone early. Love to see that.
That one's going to miss just on the outside. And I love his tempo so far, Logan. He is on the mound, ready to work quick. That one's fouled straight back to us. That'll run the count to 1-2.
Yeah, it just looks like such a low-effort delivery coming in there today.
The 1-2 here from Schaefer. And it's going to be a breaking ball, miss high. First off-speed pitch we've seen there from Schaefer. That one's going to be ball for a full count here.
Dugout wanted that one.
And the full count offering from Schaefer is going to be slapped into right field, and that's going to be a one-out single there for Gonzalez.
Nice piece of hitting, taking the pitch where it was and taking it to right field.
Yeah, the ball's probably a little more elevated than Schaefer would like, but like you said, just a good piece of hitting, just kind of sent it back that way on the outside half. So that'll bring up McCann here, the designated hitter for the Tigers in game one here. And first pitch to him is going to be smoked up the middle. And that's going to be another single there for the Tigers. And they got things going here with runners on first and second and one out.
Yeah, just out of the reach of the shortstop, Slater Shield out there. That ball was scalded. First pitch swinging. We've seen a couple guys take a couple strikes. That one definitely swinging first pitch there.
Yeah, that's a sign of a guy paying attention on the on-deck circle, and notice that there's been a lot of fastballs early and a lot of strikes to go with that. So just hunting the fastball first pitch, and he's able to deliver there. So that'll bring up the right fielder now, Zan. And he's going to watch strike one there. Good pitch just on the outside. Gets the call. This is the home debut for quite a few Grenadiers, including the new head coach, Brett Neffendorf, which is a fun matchup for him here in his first home game as the skipper of IU Southeast, considering he spent quite a long tenure over at Campbellsville as the pitching coach a few years ago.
Yeah, well experienced. First time here, but a long-time coach at this level, so a lot of connections, this certainly being one of them.
And Schaefer gets a sign for the 0-2. That's going to be fastball just miss on the inside. the 1-2 offering from Schaefer. Breaking ball gobbled up there by Murphy. Good job there by the backstop. Just to keep those runners in place, first and second, and double play in an order. So it'll be a 2-2 pitch upcoming.
Yeah, home opener for Logan Murphy back there as well. Like you said, quite a few new faces in this lineup today.
And the 2-2 is going to be flew out to right, and that's going to get foul. And so Zan will get another 2-2 here. That one's going to be off the hands a little bit. That's going to be in Bermuda Triangle, but a nice play there by Ethan Burdett to make the play and get the ball in quick. That is not the easiest play, but definitely you love when your second baseman's able to get there and cut that one off.
No, yeah, like you said, that triangle out there on both sides of the infield, really difficult. You need to have a lot of communication out there so we don't have any collisions, anything like that. So great job by Hazel of letting Ethan get to that one.
Yeah, and with the wind, the way it's howling today, that's definitely not an easy play. That's an added element. So that'll bring up the center fielder right here for the Tigers. And he will also see a first pitch fastball. That one just misses low.
Very important for Schaefer to get out of this one without any damage.
Yeah, you would definitely love to see something soft here. And now he falls behind now 2-0 as far as contact.
We saw this kind of a little bit last year. It seems like he struggled to get going a little bit. That first inning was kind of his kryptonite a little bit. So this year, senior season, see if he can.
Yeah, coming off a very good showing in his season debut last weekend in a little tri-team match between Bryan and University of Northwestern Ohio as he gets first strike in there to right. End up getting a no decision, but through 5 2/3 innings of some great baseball. And Schaefer delivers here. That one's going to be well outside now, 3-1.
Yeah, just pulled that one a little bit. Dangerous count here.
And the 3-1 here. That's going to be a called strike, and it'll run things full. That one just catches the inside part.
Yeah, Wright tried to sell that walk a little bit. The umpire wasn't having it.
And strike 3 gets him down swinging, and a good bounce back there after a couple base knocks by Schaefer to leave things stranded as we go to the bottom half of the first with no score here in New Albany. And it'll be the transfer second baseman, Ethan Burdett, here to lead off the bottom half of the first for the Grenadiers.
Really impressive showing this past weekend. Started all 4 games in the leadoff spot.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to make the trip with the team last weekend, and all I can tell you is Ethan Burdett is a guy that he plays the game. He's not going to try to do too much. He's going to do what's asked of him, and he does it extremely well. And that pitch is going to be down the line and fair. And on to the races is Burdett, and that's going to be a stand-up double. Just inside the line is that one. It's a great way to start off. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Colin Long, here in his first home AB, as well as another transfer that we have in the lineup. Like I said earlier, Logan, a lot of new Grenadiers making their home debuts today.
No doubt about that. Another guy that really hit the ball well this past weekend.
Yeah, and he plays a outstanding outfield as well, as that one's going to miss just high as he squared the bunt and pulls back. And the 1-0 here from Maloney. And they're going to do a pick to second. Nothing brewing there as Birdie's back in plenty of time.
Yeah, just kind of a look, trying to get him to get that lead just a couple steps towards that base.
Maloney gets his sign. And this one is going to be put in play there by Long. Right back to the pitcher, Maloney, and he's going to make the play. And a sacrifice bunt there by Long. That'll bring up the senior transfer from Union College, two-way player Luke Powell.
Yeah, we saw him this past weekend, like you said, come in from center field and absolutely throw the ball in there. So that was it's something we don't see a ton here, but he's a guy that definitely can do it.
Absolutely, as he'll see the first pitch be a breaking ball just outside there. Start his count 1-0. Yeah, not every day does every team get to come in and bring their center fielder in the ninth inning that's coming in 88, 90 miles an hour from the left side. And that one's going to be fouled back and out of play. That is a luxury, and we'll see how Brett Neffendorf is able to use him throughout the year. As you know, having somebody that plays both ways is definitely an advantage, but can create some added thoughts throughout and strategy. So, but he'll get ahead in the count here. Now 2-1 as that one misses high from Maloney. Say, Luke, a little slow in the first weekend at the plate, but we'll see if he can get things going here. And it's going to be a check swing and called for a strike there to run things even at 2-2.
Yeah, this is a important pitch right here. Try to get that runner in from third base, because with one out, a fly ball could get it done, ground out if they don't come home. A lot more ways to score with one out than two.
That is true. And the 2-2 here from Maloney is going to be cut on and missed. Strike 3. So big strikeout there from Maloney, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Hazel Martinez. Say the Grenadiers start their lineup with 4 straight newcomers. And we'll see if this one can get the job done, and that's going to be a breaking ball called on the inside part for a strike 1. And the 0-1 is outside now, even at 1-1. Say Hazel proven to be a very patient hitter thus far in just the first few games for the Grenadiers.
Took a couple bases loaded walks over the weekend.
And I'll see a 1-1 here. There'll be a breaking ball in there called strike 2. So the count is 1-2 here with 2 outs for Hazel. Let's see if he's able to bring in Burdette from third. And the 1-2 from Maloney is going to be fastball missed well high. Count now even 2-2. And that's going to be poked into left field. And that looks like it's going to get down, and it is. That's going to be extra bases for Martinez, and a run is going to score for the Grenadiers. A great piece of 2-out hitting there from Hazel as he's down to 2 strikes and just simply throws his bat out there. And with the way this wind's blowing, that thing almost got out of here. It short hopped the fence.
Well, that just goes to show you the power that he has. We heard about that all offseason, was the power that this lineup has. And like you said, he just stuck the bat out there and went one hop the wall.
And that's going to bring up the first returner for the Grenadiers, the always dangerous Mason White. Mason got his first home run in the first game for the Grenadiers this year. And he's going to watch that one for a ball to start the count, now 1-0.
Yeah, we joke all the time. That left center gap is something he likes to absolutely punish.
Yeah, not too many people is their favorite spot, the oppo gap. But Mason has done a great job in the last couple of years in making a living off that as he swings and misses that one to even things up at 1-1.
So the Grenadiers capitalizing where Campbellsville could not in the first inning. Let's see if they can add another one.
And the 1-1 here from Maloney. It's fastball, misses high, 2-1. Maloney takes a little extra walk around the mound before stepping back on, and he's ready to go. The 2-1 here to White. It's going to be a breaking ball, cut on and missed, now 2-2.
Yeah, he was trying to put that one under the road over there in right field.
Yeah, he had specific intentions with that swing, that's for sure. But we'll see if he can have some of the same success as Hazel did here with 2 outs and 2 strikes and a runner in scoring position. The 2-2. Cut on and missed. Strike 3 as the Grenadiers are able to scratch 1 and will go to the top of the second, leading this one 1-0. All right, so it'll be the third baseman Bowers here to lead off for the Tigers. And he's going to foul the first one straight back from Schaefer.
A little different approach there. Only the second batter to actually offer at the first pitch. Just missed that one.
Yeah, as we have a very windy day here in New Albany, as that one's fouled back as well, 0-2. So apologize us for some of the camera shaking. Not much we can do when Mother Nature comes a howling.
It's going to make for a very interesting day in the field, too, especially a midday game with the wind.
With the wind and the sun, as that one is going to be grounded short, and Shield is going to make the play easily there for the first out and retire the leadoff batter for the Tigers.
That's the one thing about this team. A lot of athletes on this team. A lot of guys that can play different positions. Slater Shields sliding over to shortstop today. And just a natural out there.
Yeah, and this will bring up the first baseman's sights here. And he will also offer at the first pitch. This one going to be in play into the gap a little bit. And Long making a great diving play there in the gap to steal a hit rather. And he's fired up.
You know, every once in a while, a player will make the announcers look very smart. You complimented his defense when he was up to bat, and he comes out in the next inning and shows you that's why he's playing left field.
Yeah, there's a reason he won back-to-back Gold Gloves at Vincennes in Division II Junior College, and he's full display here. And first pitch, strike fastball. Schaefer just right back to work as Buchanan watches the first one. Not choosing to offer at the first pitch this time. And he'll watch that one in the dirt, now 1-1. A big shift from last year, I think, is the pace so far in tempo for Luke Schaefer. And that one's hit hard. And with this win, that's going to be a tough one. And that's going to get down in the gap, and Long's able to get it in quickly. And that's going to be a 2-out double there for the catcher, Buchanan. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner. Number 7, it does appear. So a 2-out double by the Tigers catcher will bring up the shortstop, Pachui. That one's going to be a ball there.
Yeah, but just go back to what you were talking about, just the absolute tempo. Just the tempo he's working with, like you said, definitely much different than last year.
Yeah, that one looks like a cutter maybe, or a slider didn't move too much, but it's going to catch a little bit of the plate there for a called strike to even things up at 1-1. So the 1-1 here to the Tiger shortstop. It's going to be cut on and missed there for strike 2.
And we saw Luke throw a lot of, he struck out a lot of guys last year, but he was kind of missing the zone a little bit. There was some times where he just seemed like he couldn't find it. But like you said, the tempo he's working with today, just pounding the zone. Definitely you can see just the confidence from year 1 to year 2 for him.
Absolutely. And the 2-strike offering, just misses inside, does not get the call there. That one was a close one there, but umpire's opinion is the only one that matters on it. So we will go even here, 2-2 here to Bachui.
Yeah, he's lined up on the inside slot, so felt like he had a pretty good view of it. Didn't even flinch.
The 2-2 here from Schaefer. This one's going to be well inside now, 3-2. See how Schaefer's able to battle here, as you do have the 9-hole up here with 2 outs. Schaefer looks in, has his sign.
Yeah, don't really want to put him on to get the top of the lineup up.
That one's going to miss just low and inside. Yep, ball 4 is it's going to be a 2-out walk there for Schaefer. We now are back to the top of the lineup with the second baseman, Lamar.
Had a little weak chopper over the pitcher's mound that Slater Shield made a nice play on in the first.
And we'll see if Schaefer can attack here and limit any damage similar to the first inning. And the first pitch here, this one's going to be fouled well out of play.
That's a pitch right there. No swings putting that ball fair. You're making contact. That's where it's going.
Absolutely, yeah. Good pitch on the inside half is Lamar able to get some bat to it, but nothing of damage as that one was pulled and hooked into the industrial park. Say the 0-1. This one's going to find the grass in the gap and a throw. Great throw by Luke Powell, and he's going to get him out at third. No run. The run does not score.
Wow.
As he is out before he touches home. A fantastic throw by center fielder Luke Powell. And the home plate umpire calls off the run as he says he does not touch home before the guy is tagged out at third. So a great break there for the Grenadiers and a great play by the center fielder as that'll keep the Tigers off the board as we'll go to the bottom of the second. Grenadiers leading 1-0. And we'll have the Grenadier backstop Logan Murphy here to lead off the bottom of the second. I think it's definitely worth at least revisiting that throw from center there from Luke Powell to end the inning. And first pitch there from Maloney is going to be a strike, called strike there.
Yeah, we were just mentioning off the broadcast. I mean, that's a pitcher's arm right there. Like an absolute bullet to third base and an emphatic call from the home plate umpire saying no run.
That one's going to even things up. Oh, nope, my apologies. 0-2, the count. And that one's going to miss outside.
Yeah, catcher trying to frame that one a little bit.
Yeah, a good 0-2 pitch there from Maloney, but smartly laid off there was Murphy. And that one is going to check swing, and he did go. So they're going to check down to first, and that's going to be a strikeout. And the first out of the inning for the Grenadiers. So I'd have to agree with the first base umpire there. It did look like he went around from my angle.
I concur.
But that'll bring up the designated hitter, Alex Yurt. He'll watch first pitch. That's going to miss just inside. Alex looking to get things going and for his sophomore season. So he's been battling a shoulder injury, I know, so he's going to see a lot of time at the DH spot this year. As he's going to watch that one going 2-0.
Yeah, like you said, the swing is there, just having a little trouble, throwing the ball a little bit. So like you said, a lot of time at DH.
As that 2-0 is going to be a breaking ball, comes around, gets the outside part of the strike zone to make things 2-1 here. And the 2-1 from Maloney is going to be put in play to the third baseman there as he's going to throw across and get Yurt out in time for the second out here. And that'll bring up the Grenadier third baseman, Braden Hazelwood. Say one of the 4 longest tenured Grenadiers on this squad this year. He's one of the few remaining members of that 2021 World Series team. And he's going to check swing foul off that first pitch there for strike one.
Another one of those guys we've seen at pretty much every position in the field as well.
Absolutely. He's getting the start at third base today with the unfortunate absence of the starting shortstop, Cody Putnam, which moves Shield over to short. So that will bring Hazelwood in from the outfield where he is traditionally at and into third. So definitely a guy that's going to work hard and just do whatever you tell him to on that day. And the Grenadiers have a lot of those guys this year. Logan? Say the 1-1 here is going to be outside. Good effort there by the catcher to try to bring that one back, but it is a ball all the same.
Yeah, pretty consistently called a ball so far. We've seen the strike zone pretty close to as
True.
it should be.
Yeah. And the 2-1 there. That's going to be just a little closer, but still just outside now, 3-1. So you can definitely tell Maloney wanted that one as he's going to take an extended trip. Take a breath, I guess, around the mound. And the 3-1. It's going to be check swung foul off again. Seen quite a few of those from the Grenadiers this so far, Logan.
Yeah.
It's that weird little half check swing that ends up finding the ball and just fouling it out of play.
You never want to speculate. It just maybe something with the vision at this time of day.
So the full count here. That one's going to be cut on and missed. Big comeback pitch there from Maloney as that's going to do it for the Grenadiers in the bottom half of the second. We will go to the top of the third here in New Albany when we get back. And we're going to have the left fielder for the Tigers to lead off here, Gonzalez. And Schaefer looks to start his third inning of work here, and he's ready to roll. And it's going to be a breaking ball there, first pitch for strike one. First pitch breaking ball that we've seen from Schaefer, but he is ready to go. As Gonzalez was barely set and ready in the box before he went there. As he puts another breaking ball in play, and a great pick there by Hazelwood to make the play, and the throw is in plenty of time there for the first out. So a nice little quick 2-pitch at bat to get things started here in the third for Schaefer. As that'll bring up the DH McCann, who was the one that hit the sharp single up the middle in the top of the first.
Yeah, first pitch swinging his last time.
Ooh, and a great pitch there. It catches the outside part. Starts him off here 0-1. Back to the fastball there. First pitch. We'll see the 0-1 offering from Schaefer. Is another fastball. That one's going to be fouled out of play there by McCann. 0-2 quickly.
The hitter's keeping the ball retrievers busy today.
Yep, the pitchers not in the game are loving that. Has a breaking ball. Great pitch there. And he is going to hold up on the check, so it'll run the count 1-2.
Another good call by the first base umpire there. Clearly did not offer.
Yeah, like a good 0-2 pitch there from Schaefer. McCann will see his 1-2 upcoming. That one change up, cut on and miss, strike 3. First one of those we've seen from Schaefer this afternoon, and that was a good one, Logan.
Yeah, it made him look a little silly right there. Great time to drop that in there. Of course, he bounced one in the dirt. Hitter might be expecting fastball there because don't double up, but a nice off speed pulled the string on him.
I mean, it fooled me a little bit halfway through. It looked like a fastball, and I was about to call it one. So
that's why we're up here.
I could throw him. I couldn't hit him. So that makes a lot of sense. As that one's going to be a first pitch to the right fielder, Zan, for Campbellsville. And the 0-1. That one's going to be low and outside there to run things even. And time is granted there, and that's going to count as one of the offensive conferences there for Campbellsville as part of the rule change that went into effect last year.
Mother Nature saying it's not going to be that easy for the umpire.
Nope, but the umpire was able to get his lineup card pretty quickly. Say one of those changes that is somewhat difficult for a lot of players that you've just done something same way the whole time in your playing career, and now you can't call time without getting charged a conference. But, that's where the game is at today as Zan watches breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1.
Yeah,
that one cut on and missed. Good fastball there from Schaefer to run things even.
Yeah, it's one of those pace of play things, but it's interesting because when he steps out there, that probably took longer than a normal one would have. So, a little interesting, but as we saw the pitch clock last year.
Yeah, as that is back in effect this year as well, and that one's going to be well pulled as that's in the left-handed batter's box there to run things full. Got a full count here with 2 outs in the top of the third here for Luke Schaefer. And he delivers. That one's cut on and missed. That one's going to be in the dirt and picked and going to be in time at first base for strike 3. So we will go to the bottom half. Grenadiers looking to add to their slim lead when we get back. And it'll be the Grenadier shortstop Slater Shield here to lead things off in the bottom of the third. And Maloney out for his third inning of work. Doing his best to try to keep pace with Schaefer, though the Grenadiers do have a 1-0 lead. And the first pitch by Slater is put in play high. And left fielder, and he drops it, and that's going to hit the ground. That's going to be a wind-aided error there on the left fielder. But at second base, nonetheless, there is Slater Shield, as we have another leadoff runner for the Grenadiers.
It's one of those that's kind of hard to score because it looked like he was camped underneath it, and then all of a sudden the wind just took it from him. So
one of the things that even as a pitcher that I was taught when I was younger is, always checking the wind. And that has to be in the back of your mind, especially on high pop-ups like that. And I don't think Slater's going to complain too much any way he can find his way to second base. So that'll turn the lineup over for the Grenadiers as Ethan Burdett is up for his second at-bat of the day. And a pickoff attempt there at second. And back in plenty of time is Shield.
Yeah, no real surprise there. Shield, one of the fastest guys, honestly, in the conference. Of course, had that record-setting summer stealing bases, and he's already got a handful so far this year.
Yep, the Grenadier shortstop broke the Prospect League single-season stolen base record, so definitely looking to try to tack those on in the NAIA season as well, as Burdett is going to watch their strike one.
Having a guy like that at the bottom of the order, it's almost like having a second leadoff hitter, especially like that inning like this.
Absolutely. As Maloney looks in and is going to go for another pickoff attempt. Back in plenty of time is Shield.
Yeah, not the best move there. Just kind of trying to keep him close.
Yeah, I think also maybe looking to see if the batter's going to square.
Mm-hmm.
And if he is, good job by Burdett to not show early. So
Exactly.
We'll see here as the 1-1. It's a breaking ball. It's going to be a called strike there. 0-2.
Yeah, that's one thing we've seen from this team, especially from the guy on deck, Colin Long, is they are willing to square around and try to advance a runner.
That was something they were very active with in their first weekend last week. Small ball is going to be a part of their game and just forcing chaos, as they say. As that one's going to be slapped and over the head of the second baseman, and that's going to be possibly runs in. Nope, held up at third is Shield, and that's going to be first and third for the Grenadiers after a good little piece of hitting there by Ethan Burdett.
Yeah, you saw Slater Shield. His first step was towards second base because it looked like the second baseman might have that one, so not able to score, but that's okay. First and third, no outs. It's better than getting the first out thrown out at home plate.
Absolutely, and the aforementioned Colin Long here, ready to have his second at-bat of the day and see if he can extend this Grenadier lead.
Yeah, you do wonder if maybe he tries to square around. Doesn't look like it here.
That one's going to be a breaking ball miss outside there by Maloney. Nothing happening on the first pitch. We'll see if the Grenadiers try to have some action here on the second pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah. Lots of different options you have here. You can try that bunt. You can send the runner from first to see if you can get maybe a throw down to get Slater to come home.
That one, nothing happening there, and just going to be a ball now 2-0.
Yeah, the last thing Maloney wants to do here is walk the bases loaded.
Yeah, especially for the middle of the lineup 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Grenadiers. As Maloney comes set here. And that's going to be a breaking ball inside. 3-0.
Burdett right there trying to entice a throw to first base. He was about halfway to second and kind of stopped and nothing going.
Yep. A lot of speed on the base paths right now for the Grenadiers. And the 3-0 is going to be in there for a strike just next to the inside part of the plate. Make things 3-1. And we'll see here as Long will see his fifth pitch of this at-bat.
Yeah, good pitch there. Definitely not one you swing at 3-0.
Not at all. The 3-1. It's going to be in the middle. Hit softly to the pitcher. That'll work as a sac bunt, even though it was a swing. And that'll move the runner into scoring position, both of them, with one out here. And I'll bring the number 3 hitter up, Luke Powell.
Yeah, one of those. Slater could have maybe possibly tried it, but you don't try that with one out this early in a ball game, or excuse me, with 0 outs. Because you'd.
And so Powell looks in here, looking to get his first hit of the season, and this would be a great time for it, as the first pitch is going to miss high, and he'll start the count ahead now 1-0.
Yeah, another one of those guys with just easy power. If he runs into one, that ball can fly, especially on a day like today.
Maloney looks in, ready to deliver the 1-0. This one skied high. This is not the easiest play. Looks like the shortstop's under it, and he will make it look a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Which, again, while we're in the booth, Logan, as that'll be now 2 outs for Hazel Martinez.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a big batter for both sides. Runners at first and third, no outs. Runners at second and third, and 1 out. Maybe no runs coming across. So a big-time matchup here early. Against a guy who drove in the only run of the game so far.
Yeah, as Hazel's going to look to extend the lead and to his RBI count. With the first pitch here, that's going to be out of the zone for ball 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well our camera's picking up on it, but you can see both the umpire's uniform and Hazel's jersey just going crazy in the wind right now.
Yeah, not the easiest day to be outside, even though as far as February day, it's about as good as you're going to get from a temperature standpoint, as Martinez will watch that one high, now 2-0.
Yeah, like we said earlier, very selective at the plate. See if he can get one he likes on a 2-0.
And that one's going to be a breaking ball. Ooh, going to catch the top of the zone, I guess. That'll be a first strike here. Count now 2-1.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing for Maloney here as well, as being that right-handed pitcher, having to face several lefties in a row. So you really can't pitch around one to get to another.
No, you cannot. And a half-hearted swing there by Martinez will run things even at 2-2.
Yeah, irritated at himself right there. It's just like, come on, swing.
Big pitch here from Maloney, as he'll try to strand the runners in scoring position. And a big spot for Martinez as he's going to try to do the opposite. And that one cut on and missed, and a big pitch and gets out of a jam there is Maloney. As the score will stay the same, 1-0 Grenadiers as we head to the 4th. And we will have number 3, the center fielder right here, leading off for the Tigers. As Schaefer's back out in his 4th inning of work, as he'll miss that one just outside for ball 1. So Schaefer shakes off that one. And now he's got one he likes. Wanted to go to the heater, but that's going to miss for ball 2 now. Count 2-0.
Yeah. Schaefer just hitting the 50 pitch mark. Be interested to see what kind of leash he's got today.
Oh, that one's going to miss well inside. Somehow avoids right. And first 3-0 count here from Schaefer. See if he's able to get it back into the zone here. And he is there.
Yeah, not particularly close on any of the first 3 pitches, so just kind of took a little off that one and threw it in there.
Yep. And that one's going to miss, though, so that will end up being a walk. Leadoff walk to the 5-hole for the Tigers, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Bowers.
I've seen several ground balls so far. Another one right here would be pretty big.
And Schaefer deals, and that one spiked well before the batter's box even, and a great job there by Murphy to keep that one in front and keep the runner at first.
Yeah, one of the bigger acquisitions of the offseason is getting Logan Murphy to transfer in. Really a nice presence behind the plate.
And that one's going to be fouled down the line. I'll even things up at ones, though.
Mason lost his hat very early on in that process. Kind of
Yeah,
shows.
he was running straight into that wind, and that his hat didn't stand a chance. As even our netting on the first base side is concaved a little bit in terms of the wind. You can see that it is definitely a hefty gust out there. But the 1-1 from Schaefer, nope, a pickoff, but back in plenty of time. That one's hit high and going to be, looks like Shield under it easily there, as that's going to be the first out. As that one was up there for a minute, and the sun is now out in full force, so it couldn't have been the easiest of plays, but Shield does a great job there to secure it nonetheless.
Yeah, first time we've seen the sun in quite a few days, so.
Months, it feels like.
Yeah, it was pretty gray this morning as well. Nice job, nice communication over there on the left side.
And that'll bring up the first baseman's sights here for Campbellsville, as a pickoff attempt is not successful there by Schaefer.
A rare no batting gloves here for Sights.
And he's going to square to bunt, and that one's going to get down. And
very good bunt.
It is a good bunt. He's running well, and
Ooh,
that's going to be a collision at first, and he's going to be safe, and we're going to have to check on Hazel, make sure he's okay over there at first. As he's getting checked out, we'll come back afterwards. And thankfully it looks like Martinez is going to shake that off and stay in the game at first. But it is going to be one away here with runners at the corners for the Tigers, as they'll have the catcher Buchanan up here, as he smoked a double into the left center gap earlier. That one's going to be a changeup cut on and missed.
I'm going to go out on a limb and saying he was expecting fastball on that pitch there, Kyle.
I would agree. So hopefully the wind cooperates a little bit and puts our camera back in the angle to have the best view. As that one's going to be cut on and grounded. Fielded by Shield, and that's going to be not in time, so a run is going to score as it's now 1-1 here in the top of the fourth. So a good effort there by Slater, but not much chance for him there. I'll bring up the shortstop, Bachui. See if he's able to keep things going for the Tigers. And a good breaking ball there, flipped in for a strike. First pitch there. And the 0-1 here from Schaefer. Another breaking ball. That one's going to get away from Murphy. And we're going to have runners move up a bag on both counts. So it's going to be second and third here with a 1-1 count.
Command just a little off so far this inning for Schaefer. Something we haven't really seen today.
See if he can limit here. And that one's going to be inside, ball 2. Two and 1 here to Bachui. That one's going to miss low as well. Now 3 and 1.
He puts him on here. Might see a meeting at the mound to try to calm him down a little bit.
Let's see if he can reset some focus here. Schaefer will look to battle there, and that one's going to be in there for a called strike, 3 and 2.
Really nice location on that one.
Yeah, it was not your normal get me over, so he'll run it full here. Schaefer looking for a strikeout or maybe even a pop-up in the infield, something to keep the runners from advancing. And the full count. That one's going to be driven into center. And that's going to score a run. There's a sac fly there by Bachui. And the runners will advance, so that'll turn things over for Campbellsville. That'll bring up the second baseman, Lamar, with a runner on third here with 2 away. First pitch breaking ball. It's going to miss just low, I believe. That one going to be offered at and fouled off there to make things even.
Yeah, Lamar not happy with himself on that one.
Now, he definitely did not want to offer at it, but got the barrel out just enough for it to catch a piece. So 1-1 here from Schaefer. This one going to be grounded to Hazelwood over at third. Gathers in, makes the throw, and they'll get out of the inning there, but not before Campbellsville strikes for a couple of runs. So Grenadiers now find themselves trailing here for the first time, and they'll head to the fourth, down 2-1. That'll bring up the Grenadier right fielder Mason White here to lead off the bottom half of the fourth. And he's going to watch the first pitch in there for a strike. Maloney back in working quick. As that one's going to miss high for ball two, or ball one rather, and make things even. The 1-1. That one's going to be weakly offered and fielded by Maloney, and throws off his back foot, and in time. As that'll retire White and the leadoff man for the Grenadiers.
That's always a very dangerous play. The first baseman having to reach out into the path of the runner, but nice job on both ends.
Yeah, we just saw last inning with the Grenadiers first baseman. And that'll bring up the catcher Logan Murphy here. And he's going to square, and that one's going to be a slider outside, and he's going to pull back to make that ball one. So that one's going to be a fastball just off the plate there. Run thanks 2-0. Good call there by the home plate umpire.
I mean,
it's a tough pitch.
Very consistently called that a ball today.
Yeah, he's had a pretty true zone thus far. That breaking ball is going to be in there for strike one.
Let's see. Murphy just getting clarification on that pitch. He's probably thinking, all right, I know where he's calling it. Hopefully he'll give us those same calls.
And that one's going to be in there for a strike as well to even things up at 2. And the 2-2 here. This one's going to be hit high. Under it is the center fielder, and he's there to make the play as Gonzalez. Or that is right, my apologies, for the second out.
Yeah, we talked about the wind and everything. That one looked like a pretty true fly ball, so.
And working quick is Maloney as he's going to fire strike one in there.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of a shift in tempo. Earlier in the game, he was taking a little longer than Schaefer. Now it's kind of the other way around.
And that one's going to miss well inside as Yurt gets out of the way.
Not totally sure how that missed him.
A little bit of a dance move there.
Bad shoulder, not bad feet. He can get out of the way of it.
It's a great point. And the 1-1 here to Yurt. He's going to, a good play there by Maloney to snatch it and throw over to first, and that's going to retire the Grenadiers in order. And we'll head to the top of the fifth here. Grenadiers trail 2-1. And that'll Luke Schaefer out for his 5th inning of work here, as the left fielder Gonzalez leads things off here for the Tigers. And first pitch is going to miss just inside.
That was pitch number 70, so like we said, interested to see what kind of leash he's got today.
And that one's going to be a called strike. So doesn't appear to be anyone getting loose in the bullpen. So he was right around the 80 pitch mark in his first outing. So maybe getting a little more of an extension here as that one misses for ball 2.
First little, just last inning was the first labor he's had so far. So
good change up there, cut on and foul tipped into the glove of Murphy. That one misses well high, and it'll run things full.
Yeah, not the release point he was looking for there.
So Schaefer would love to throw a good pitch here and retire the leadoff guy, and he's going to do it.
He got him.
On the check swing, a great pitch there by Schaefer to retire the leadoff for the Tigers, and that'll bring up their designated hitter here, number 13, McCann. It's a good bounce back there from Schaefer. And he's working quick here, and it's going to be a breaking ball that's going to miss outside. First pitch of this one is going to be a ball. That one's going to miss low. Now 2-0.
Yeah, it's not quite getting ahead any counts like we saw early in this one.
And he's going to pull that one too. 3-0.
Missing glove side quite frequently.
See if he can right the ship here. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. 3-1.
We've seen him kind of go to that pitch a couple times behind in the count on right-handed batters.
That one maybe it's a good pitch there by Schaefer. Maybe a little bit of a generous call there from the home plate umpire.
I think that's the first one he's called a strike so far today over there.
Yeah, but it is now full. And that one is going to be change up, and he's going to hold, so that'll be a walk and a base runner for Campbellsville. And it'll bring up the right fielder, Zan.
Getting some signs down from third base coach.
Schaefer set and ready to deliver. That one, he's going to pull that. Ball 1 as well.
So as a pitcher, what do you see when a pitcher is kind of missing glove side like that?
Generally, I would say a little bit just a rush tempo in his delivery. Just kind of not letting things time up, as Zan's going to put a barrel onto that one, but in there, plenty of time is White over and right. And for the second out here.
Yeah, pretty good piece of hitting, but nice job of White to get underneath that one.
Yeah, and, Logan, like a lot of times, and most misses are really just either generally being a little too rushed in mechanic-wise or just looking to do a little too much. I don't think he's doing a little too much, so my assumption is just getting a little out of sync there as that one's fouled off, and that's one thing that makes Schaefer a big-time arm, is he's able to self-correct pretty quickly and kind of get things rolling, right? Allows, the coaching staff to not have to waste some visits to go out and talk to him, because he's a very intelligent human, so he's able to figure it out on his own a lot of times. That one's going to be a breaking ball.
That's good, especially out of your senior Game 1 starter, a guy that can do that. I mean, between him and Tyler Yakovich, who we'll see later on, really, really intelligent top of this order, or top of this rotation. Some returners.
Absolutely, a veteran rotation for the majority of it. And a good pitch there is that'll make things 1-2. The 1-2 here to right. Fouled and tipped in, not hung on there by Murphy, so we'll do that one again.
Yeah, just an excuse me sticking your bat out. Hope you make contact on that one. Luckily for him, Murphy not able to hang on.
And Schaefer has his sign ready to roll. We'll see another 1-2 here. And the runner goes off. And Burdette over there to make the play. And a pretty quiet top of the fifth. So the Grenadiers will head to the bottom half looking to flip the score here. Still trailing 2-1. The senior third baseman, Braden Hazelwood, will lead off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Grenadiers. As we have some pretty gnarly camera movement out there in center field. Thank you, Mother Nature. And Maloney out for another inning of work as he's going to miss with a breaking ball high to start things 1-0 here to Hazelwood.
Yeah, he really hasn't been in trouble in quite a few innings now, so he's starting to settle in a little bit, and that's something the Grenadiers can't let him do.
And that one's going to be a called strike. Yeah, both bullpens pretty quiet for each side, so we'll see here as Maloney delivers a 1-1. And he's going to get the call there, 1-2.
Yeah, the way this one started, saw some action early. We thought this one might be some offense, but the pitcher's really starting to take over.
Yeah, on a windy day like today, not the easiest task, so it's just a 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. And that one's going to miss outside. Catcher tried to coerce the umpire a little bit there, held it for a little bit longer, but things even up at 2-2.
Nice effort on a 1-2, though. Nice location.
And the 2-2 here from Maloney. Breaking ball. It's going to be outside. And check swing is no good.
Nice job of holding up.
So it'll be 3-2 here to Hazelwood. And that one's going to be in the zone there for strike 3. Hazelwood didn't like it, but I'm going to have to agree with the home plate umpire there. That one looked like it caught a lot of the plate. But anyway, that'll bring up the shortstop, Slater Shield. Slater looking to get this offense going again here. That one's going to be in there for a strike. And that one's going to be put in play high, and under it is the center fielder, and he's there to make the play. So 2 away here for the Grenadiers as they turn the lineup over back to Ethan Burdett.
Yeah, just 3 hits for the Grenadiers so far today. Bats have been kind of silenced a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Things were going well early, but they've quieted down a little. And first pitch breaking ball is going to be in there for a strike to Ethan Burdett. And the 0-1. That's going to be put in play right back up the middle, but there's the shortstop, but not in time as Burdett legs out an infield single. And the Grenadiers have a little bit of life here with 2 outs. As that'll bring up the left fielder, Colin Long.
Just goes to show that speed at the top of the order all throughout this lineup, really.
Yeah, there's not too many people, especially in the lineup today, that lack agility and speed, which is another tool and why I think you're going to see a lot of chaos this year for the Grenadiers on the bases. And his first pitch there to Long misses outside. And a pickoff attempt, no good. So Burdett back in there easily.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. See if you can catch him trying to leave a little early, try to get in scoring position here with 2 outs. And the 1-0 to Long cut on. And that one's going to be a throw and not in time. Burdett is going to steal second safely. As the count will even 1-1 here. But now, like I mentioned just a second ago, Burdett able to get in there, scoring position here with 2 outs. So base not likely to score 1.
Yeah, I mean, Colin Long, a pretty solid contact guy, so really any ball in the outfield, there's a chance. Big lead at second base now.
And a big hole on the right side, so we'll see as the 1-1 comes into Long. He's going to watch that 1 for strike 2. Maloney's ready. And the 1-2. That's going to be outside. No, it is not going to be called strike 3 there by the home plate umpire to get out of the jam. So the Grenadiers will head to the top of the 6th. Campbellsville still leading 2-1. And Schaefer back out for another inning of work. And the third baseman Bowers here. Cuts on the first one for strike 1. See a better start here for Schaefer. He's able to get ahead. Kind of strayed away from that last couple innings, but see if he can continue to pound the zone. Ooh, another good changeup there. Cut on and missed. Strike 2.
A little back-to-back there. I haven't seen that a ton from him so far today, so very effective.
And goes fastball there and just blows it by him. Strike three. Nice quick work there by Schaefer.
That is what you call good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
And that'll bring up the first baseman Sights here. He's going to cut on the first one and swing and miss as well. Schaefer in there ready to work quick. Oh. Looks like squared to bunt, but pulls back in time after that one was spiked.
Honestly, not a bad idea. Just slow the tempo down a little bit.
And a breaking ball in there for strike two. Schaefer's just in there ready to roll.
I was going to say, it wouldn't probably be a bad idea to kind of call timeout and make him stand there and wait a little.
Yeah, you don't want to use an offensive conference, though.
That's true. That's true.
That one's skied, but it's going to stay in at least the field of play. Martinez over there, and he's going to handle that one relatively easily for out number two. And that'll bring up the Tiger catcher, Buchanan.
Seen him get on base a couple times so far today.
And Schaefer in, and that one's hooked into the bullpen down there in left field.
Yeah, heads up.
Just a bit out front there was Buchanan. And Schaefer ready for the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for strike two. That was a good one. See what he does here, 0-2. Oh, Schaefer doesn't like the first call. Gets one he does like. And it's Heater, and that's going to be just poked out there to right field, and that's going to be a two-out knock there by the Tiger catcher. And we're going to have courtesy runner again, number 7. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Bachui, here with 2 outs. And Bachui's going to try to bunt, and it's going to be misplayed there, so that's going to be first and second now for Campbellsville. So that'll turn things over for Lamar here. And Schaefer looks to deliver his 0-0. Fastball, that one going to be fouled down the left field line. First strike one. Schaefer has his sign. Uh-oh. That one's hit well, deep to left, and that one's out of here. So it's going to be a 3-run home run there for Lamar, as Campbellsville is going to jump out here 5-1. And visit coming from head coach Brett Neffendorf. So we will come back here in just a second. So Schaefer will stay back out here. And so it's going to be bases cleared here for Gonzalez. That's going to be a breaking ball pulled into the other batter's box there for ball 1.
Yeah, they decided to stick with Schaefer there, and unfortunately does not work out in their favor.
Quickly 2-0 now.
About as two opposite as the plays you can have there, a bunt, single, and a home run.
That one's going to be fouled out of play. Yeah, that one just squeaks out the ballpark in left field. So Campbellsville taking advantage of the gracious wind for hitters today. And we have a 3-1 count here to Gonzalez. That one's in there for a strike though, 3-2. Saying a good job there by the bottom of Campbellsville's lineup to turn it over to the top of their lineup and just keep things going even there with 2 outs. As that one's cut on and missed, and that's going to end the side. So they strike 3 there. So score going into the bottom of the 6th. Campbellsville 5, IU Southeast 1. We'll be back in a minute. Luke Powell here to lead off for the Grenadiers, as they're going to look to try to chip away after the crooked number by Campbellsville there in the top half of the 6th.
Some action going in the bullpen for Campbellsville.
Yeah, as is there for IU Southeast. Likely to see some pitching changes here going in this final third of the game. First pitch is going to miss just outside there for Maloney.
I'm only just at 75 pitches, so not sure what he normally throws, but.
And Powell offers that one, fouls it straight back.
Powder's a little off so far.
See if he's able to barrel something up here and get things going for the Grenadiers. That one's going to be a breaking ball. That one's going to miss outside. 2-1.
Can't get them all back in one swing to lead off an inning, so just kind of get some base runners on.
That one's going to be high. Count now 3-1. 3-1 here. That's going to get in there to run things full. Powell looking to his first hit of the season. Would love it to come here. 3-2. That one's going to be smoked and caught by the second baseman. What a play by Lamar over at second. That's going to rob Powell of his first hit of the year.
Player of the game so far for Campbellsville, Lamar. Nice defensive play. Of course, that 3-run home run.
Yeah, he's definitely doing it on both sides so far. That'll bring up Hazel Martinez. So he'll look to get things going here with one away. And that's going to be in there for strike one. That one will be high. So it does appear that Maloney's tempo has slowed just a smidge, but still working relatively efficiently. So that one in there and fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Hazel Martinez, as Maloney's looking to make quick work of the Grenadiers here after the crooked number. And he's going to get called out on strikes there, just on the inside corner, calls the home plate umpire. So now 2 outs and the base is empty here for Mason White.
Maloney was fired up after that one.
First pitch
Oh,
launched by Mason White, and that one's going a long way. And way gone. My goodness, Mason White is going to get the Grenadiers one back here. It's now 5-2.
Yeah, that ball is absolutely crushed.
Yep, he knew it. We knew it. Everyone watching knew it. People weren't watching may have known that one.
Yeah, they might have heard that one, actually.
Yeah, into this crosswind, that one absolutely smoked.
Yeah, we talked about him going oppo, but when he gets a hold of one and he can pull it, man, that ball it's a beautiful thing to watch.
And that'll bring up the catcher here, Logan Murphy, as he squares the bunt, pulls back for ball 1, though, as that one misses high. There was a message with that swing from Mason White, that's for sure. You can tell he's frustrated. Another square and another ball high.
Yeah, and you wonder if maybe that's what sparks this Grenadier offense. Looks like Maloney has missed a couple there.
That one fouled straight back. Murphy right on that one. Maloney taking a little extra time to get his sign here off the wristband. And the 2-1 here from Maloney. That one's going to miss high 3-1. Say the wristbands for pitchers is something you're seeing a lot more commonly nowadays, Logan. Both teams here, Grenadiers and Campbellsville, are boasting them, as that's a good breaking ball there from Maloney to run things full.
Yeah, something you see a lot at the softball level. So kind of both sports doing the wristband now. Just efficient.
And the 3-2 fouled back and unable to hang on is the catcher Buchanan. So we will have another 3-2 forthcoming.
Not a ton of full counts so far.
Nope, both pitchers doing a good job so far. And a
Still
great at bat there by Logan Murphy just to fight that one into center field for a 2-out hit and to keep things going. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the Grenadier catcher, and it's going to be making his first appearance of the year, number 2, Mackay Stoner.
All right, looks like going to have a meeting at the mound here.
Yep. Maybe the back-to-back 2-out hits caused some concern for the Campbellsville coaching staff as their assistants out to go check on him.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you saw the last inning. 2 straight 2-out base runners and then a 3-run home run. So you're kind of doing it a little different with a home run and then a base hit here, but still.
Yeah, it'll be Alex Yurt up here for the Grenadiers with an opportunity to keep things going here with 2 outs.
You're the guy we saw hit it several to right field last season. He hit leadoff primarily last year. Slide down the lineup just a little bit, but it's the one thing about this lineup is it does have depth.
That it does, and just a completely different construction this year, with the addition of quite a few important pieces for this Grenadier offense. But it'll be Yurt here to face Maloney again. And first pitch, Yurt will foul back out of play.
And Maloney inching towards that 100 pitch mark. I would imagine this is probably going to be his last inning as well, maybe even last hitter. Very dangerous hitter on deck as well.
And a pickoff attempt there. Not in time.
Pretty good sized lead over there.
Stoner able to get back in time. And Yurt awaits the 0-1. And Mackay off and running. And he is thrown out to end the inning. So that'll do it for the Grenadiers here in the bottom half. But they do get one back on an absolute bomb from Mason White, as we will go to the top half of the 7th here. Score, Campbellsville 5, Grenadiers 2. New pitcher for the Grenadiers is going to be junior Zach Reisner. Sidewinder for the Grenadiers. First pitch to McCann is going to be fouled back. Reisner comes with that low sidearm, 3/4 arm slot, somewhere in between there. And, oh, that one's in the dugout. That may have found someone. On the streets, they call that one an ugly finder. We'll see if the dugout agrees there. But the count goes to 0-2. And 0-2 to McCann. Misses just outside. A great pitch there, 0-2.
With his arm slot and that pitch coming across the plate like that, it's going to freeze a lot of batters. It's a really nice location.
See the 1-2 here from Reisner. That one's going to find its way to the backstop and even things up at 2-2. And that pitch is going to be fouled out of play as well, so we'll have another 2-2 from Reisner. And the 2-2 here to McCann. That one's going to be hit up the middle for a base knock. So a leadoff hit here from the designated hitter McCann to start the top half of the 7th for Campbellsville, which will bring up now the right fielder Zan. First pitch breaking ball, and that's going to have a tough time staying in the ballpark, but it will. Off the wall, and getting it in quickly is Long, so that's only going to be a double there for Zan. But Campbellsville off to a good start here in the top of the 7th. Back-to-back hits and runners on scoring position here with nobody out.
Yeah, nice job of the fouling a couple off, and then next batter, just first pitch, absolutely hammering that one.
Breaking ball caught probably a little more of the zone than he would have preferred. So now the center fielder, Wright, steps in here with an opportunity to extend things for the Tigers. First pitch cut on and missed there by Wright. It's a big spot here for Grenadiers.
It's like he was outside of the batter's box.
Yep, home plate umpire did not like where he was standing, so he corrected him. And Reisner's pitch here. That one cut on and missed as well. 0-2.
Yeah, just a funky arm slot. That'd be hard for the pitchers or the hitters to pick up on it sometimes.
And the 0-2 here from Reisner. That one cut on, fielded by the shortstop Shield. Makes the play in time. But a run will score, and Zan will move from second to third. Score now 6-2, Campbellsville.
Nice job by Zan getting the third base on that ball. As soon as Slater released it.
Third baseman now for the Tigers, Bowers. Up here to face Reisner. That one cut on and missed. A good sinking fastball there from the sidewinder.
Had Bowers very off balance there.
Say Grenadiers playing a little infield in, trying to cut the run down at home.
The middle backs up a little bit.
And that one's going to be chopped foul towards the Grenadier dugout. Another 0-2 here from Reisner. That one, check swing, and he's going to be called out as the home plate umpire says he went around.
Now, usually I'm not a huge fan of the home plate umpire making that decision, but where the field umpire is right now, probably they got the best angle of it right there.
And a good pitch there from Reisner as he's going to try to limit the damage as much as he can, as that'll bring up the Grenadier first baseman. But that one's going to get away from Murphy and allow the run to score. So now 7-2 Campbellsville. Count is 1-0. That one's going to miss outside, 2-0 now. And that one's going to be grounded to the first baseman, Hazel, and he's going to have it in plenty of time as Grenadiers are going to get out of it here, but not before Campbellsville is able to add on 2 more. So we will head to the bottom half of the 7th. Grenadiers trailing 7-2. Say the Tigers will come in here with a new arm. It'll be McFarland in relief of Maloney, who did a fantastic job, limiting the Grenadiers to just 2 runs across 6 innings. And McFarland's first pitch here is going to be hit deep to left and off the glove of the left fielder, as that's going to be a stand-up 2-base error there for Yurt, as the left fielder Gonzalez is probably kicking himself on that one, as he was under that and just right off the heel of his glove.
Yeah, we saw one earlier where he looked like the wind kind of played a factor in it, but that one just right off the heel of the glove. About as sure of an error as you'll have out there.
But that'll bring up the Grenadier third baseman, Braden Hazelwood, looking to keep things going here after Yurt gets them off to a good start here in the 7th. That's going to be watched there for strike 1. McFarland has his sign and delivers the 0-1. Cut on and missed by Hazelwood. That was a mighty hack, but he was well out in front. Hazelwood awaits the 1 or the 0-2.
Oh, they got him.
And a pickoff attempt, and they get him at second. So now the 0-2 with 1 away and bases empty here after a great pickoff move there by McFarland, as Hazelwood's going to foul that one. Back and out of play.
Watch out for the cars back there.
Yeah. Osfelt Lane is not the place you want to be when a baseball game is going on here. Another 0-2 here to Hazelwood. Breaking ball, that's going to miss high.
Yeah, it's very rough getting a base runner in scoring position to start an inning down 5 runs and getting picked off. But arguably should have been out on the fly ball anyway. So guess we're right back where we started.
That one, good changeup, cut on and missed there by Hazelwood. As now we got 2 outs here for the shortstop Slater Shield. Farland coming in, doing a pretty good job so far, as Slater's going to try to get things going here as he's going to put the first ball he sees in play right to the center fielder, and that's going to be a quick 3-up, 3 down inning for the Tigers as we head now to the top of the 8th. Campbellsville leading 7-2. New arm here for the Grenadiers is going to be senior Gavin Canoost. The veteran left-hander is going to come in, and he's going to miss with his first pitch outside. Make things 1-0 here to the catcher Buchanan.
Been on base 3 times today.
And that one's hit hard into left center gap. Run it, and off the glove at the wall of Powell. A good effort.
Oh, is he
but
down?
That did not feel good. And he's down, and the trainers are going to go out as he ran full-fledged into the wall. So we're going to take a brief break here, and hopefully Powell's okay. He's moving around, but definitely shaken up. Well, it looks like Luke Powell's going to shake that one off, and as he's going to remain in the game. Yeah, he full speed into the wall there, Logan, and then had the wherewithal to still find the ball, get it in, and then right it like you said, right as he let go of it. I mean, he just went down immediately in pain.
Yeah, I almost wonder, just something like that, you just get the breath knocked out of you. You release that ball and just kind of all the oxygen, just like, it's really hard to breathe. So glad to see he's back up.
But a leadoff double nonetheless for the Tigers as the bottom of the lineup continues to do some good things for the Tigers.
I didn't really get to talk much about the new pitcher. Pitched very well over the weekend. Gave up an unfortunate home run, but 3 innings of work in relief.
And that one's going to miss high. 2-0 now. Yep. Gavin would probably say didn't have his best showing in his junior campaign, but definitely got off on the right foot this past weekend for the senior stint, as he did work 3 1/3 of really good baseball. And that one's going to miss just outside.
Just a guy like, I mean, you were a pitcher, you know, just got a guy that's got to throw strikes. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as that. He's behind 3-0 here.
3-0 here to Bachui. That one will be in there for a strike.
Of course, very dangerous hitter up next. Guy that's done a lot of damage today.
He's played well on both sides of the ball, has the second baseman Lamar, who waits on deck. And Knust has a sign and looks to deliver a 3-1. That one's going to be fouled out of play, now full. Three-two here to Bachui. That one's going to miss inside for a walk. Now have runners on first and second here for Lamar. Lamar steps in looking to do some more damage here, this time with no outs instead of 2.
But that bottom of the lineup, like you said earlier, doing a lot of damage today. Giving him an
Squaring to bunt this time, and it's going to be foul. Got to love the versatility from the Campbellsville leadoff. He can range anywhere from maybe bunting for a hit to a 3-run bomb.
Yeah.
So,
normally not a guy that's in a situation like that with an RBI or to advance runners being a leadoff hitter, but like we said, bottom of the lineup, giving him an opportunity to almost hit it in the 3-hole today.
Not squaring this time. Going to put it in play, and that's going to be through the 6-hole and going to hold the runner as it's going to be bases loaded here with nobody out for the left fielder, Gonzalez. And out comes the assistant pitching coach, Glendon Rush. First time we've seen him make an appearance for a visit.
I'd say he knows a thing or two about how to throw some pitches.
Yeah, knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Just a 10-plus year in the major leagues. Grenadiers are definitely lucky to have that wealth of knowledge on staff. As a Yankees fan, nice to see Glendon Rush, who pitched in the Subway Series World Series in 2000. Glendon Rush lost that game that he pitched in for the Mets. So, Yankee fan, I'm happy for that, but sad for Glendon. See if his words of wisdom here pay off for Knust. As the left fielder, Gonzalez, steps in here with nobody out and the bases loaded in the top of the 8th. First pitch misses outside. So infield in here for the Grenadiers. That one's going to catch the outside part and even things up at 1-1. The 1-1 here to Gonzalez. Going to watch that in there for strike two. Good bounce back couple pitches there from Knust. Gavin comes set and delivers. That one inside for ball two, and a good job there by Murphy to keep that one close and not allow anyone to score.
Yeah, he's had to work a little bit today. Really nice job there. Especially in a situation like this.
2-2 here to Gonzalez. That one's off the hands to Knust, and collision at the plate, and unable to hang on to the ball is Murphy. And it looks like Coach Neffendorf out to have a conversation. Looks like he just wants some clarification maybe on, I guess, the play at the plate of some sort.
With it being a force out, you know, maybe he's just arguing that he had the ball long enough to touch the plate, excuse me.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe it's after the fact the ball came loose. You can't have contact to break up a play. And they're going to rule that he was safe because he bobbled it and never had secure. Seem like they're going to be another extended part of this conversation.
Yeah, instead of, you know, yelling from the dugout, just bringing him in to kind of give him a better explanation.
I believe they're saying that he never had firm possession of it and bobbled it the entire time.
Yeah, it looked like it was in his glove for a split second before the slide.
All right, so it looks like the run's going to score. No out is going to be recorded. So, after all that, that'll bring up the designated hitter, McCann, here for Campbellsville. Bases loaded still here with nobody out. First pitch off of Hazelwood, and that's going to be a couple runs. Unable to corral that. 2 runs will score. It's 10-2 now, Campbellsville. Brings up the right fielder, Zan, here for Campbellsville. Runners on first and second. Still nobody away. And that pitch is going to miss outside from Knust. Gavin has his sign and looks to deliver. That one's going to miss as well, but good job there by Murphy to corral it. Zana waits the 2-0 pitch. And an interesting decision to try to throw behind the runner. Not in time, as first baseman for the Grenadiers was well off the bag. But that's going to be a ball, 3-0. Canoes looking to battle back here. Yeah, that one's going to miss inside for ball 4. Bases loaded again. Catcher Logan Murphy going out to have a chat with his left-hander, and it looks like Coach Neffendorf out to make a change. So we will come back after the pitching change that we have here in the top of the 8th. New pitcher for the Grenadiers is going to be sophomore Oscar Welsh, making his season debut today. He did not travel with the team this past weekend as he was battling an illness. His first pitch is going to be up and outside to right for ball 1. Base is still loaded here, again now for Campbellsville. And that one's going to be hit out to left and caught there by Long. He's going to get that in pretty quick, and that's going to be a sac fly there by right, but another run for Campbellsville. However, Logan, Grenadiers do get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's it.
First one's the hardest one.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like you said, not the greatest start to this one, but tough situation for Oscar to come in with the bases loaded. So good to get an out there.
It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here at the plate. I don't know if you can see a number or not.
It's like number 28.
Get you a name here in just a second.
Terry.
We have a pinch hitter Terry here for the third baseman Bowers. We'll see what Campbellsville decides to do defensively in the next half. As Oscar looks in to deliver first pitch to Terry. That's going to be a breaking ball, missed low for ball one. That one's going to be just inside. Ball two. Count 2-0. That one's going to be hit hard, but right at the left fielder long, as that's going to be second out here for Campbellsville in the top of the eighth.
Pretty close to the same result as the batter before.
Yeah, unlucky for Terry, though. That's not going to be a sac fly, as there was no runner on third. That'll bring up the first baseman now, Seitz, here with two away.
Big fan of the no batting gloves.
Not common in today's game, and that's going to be a wild pitch that's going to allow the runners to advance. Murphy unable to corral that one, but it wasn't in the right-handed batter's box. Welsh delivers that one. That's in the zone, fouled straight back and out of play. Count evens up here at 1-1.
One thing about this Grenadier bullpen, you don't see a ton. They do have a bunch of lefties down there. A nice mix of guys.
That's a good pitch there, but that's going to miss just outside. Count 2-1. Welsh has his sign. And now we'll look to deliver. That one's going to be fouled out of play down the left field line.
Big pitch here. Stop the bleeding.
Get in the dugout, try to give the guys a chance to strike back. And that one's going to be fouled down the first base line this time. Seitz putting up a good fight here. And the offering here is hit off the hands and fielded by Welsh, as he's going to flip that over to Martinez to get out of the inning. So, heading to the bottom of the eighth after a 4 spot, Campbellsville leads this one 11-2. We'll be back here in New Albany. Ethan Burdett here to lead off for the Grenadiers in the bottom of the 8th. They're going to have to get something going as they are staring down the barrel of a 9-run deficit here with only 2 more at-bats. And Burdett lines that one first pitch, but caught by the first baseman. So good aggressive piece of hitting there from Burdett, but unfortunate to not have that come as a hit. And that'll bring up the left fielder now Long here with 1 away. That one's going to miss outside there from McFarland. And that one will come across the other side for a strike. Good pitch there and a good job by the catcher. Count now 1-2. That one's going to be in there, strike 3. That brings up Luke Powell here with 2 away, and the base is empty. Powell waits the first pitch, and he doesn't waste any time as he's going to hit that one, and it's going to fall in front of the right fielder for his first hit of the year. He's been looking for that one, that's for sure.
And it's good to see as well after a little bit of a scare earlier in the game when he ran into the wall. So it's good to see him put a nice swing on a ball and get to first base.
And that now brings up Hazel Martinez. Looking to try to scratch at least a couple here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And he'll watch first pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1 will miss high, even things at 1-1. Oh, that one's hit hard and deep, and the right fielder's not even going to give it a look, and that one's gone. Hazel Martinez with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th says Grenadiers are not done yet.
A really nice swing on that ball. It's good to see.
Yeah, Hazel gets his first one of the year, and he's excited about that, as now he's going to turn it over to Mason White, who had one earlier in the game. A great piece of hitting there from Hazel Martinez, and like I said, Grenadiers just trying to scratch a couple and just chip away, not to try to get it all back at once, and Hazel does a great job at that. The right fielder didn't even really give that one a chase.
No.
Mason looking to try to go back-to-back on the back-to-back swings, instead swings and misses on that one on the outside part. So that's really the 2 balls that they've hit out today into that crosswind. As left-handed hitters, those are not your average home runs.
No, sir.
But as of right now, just chipping away as they still face a 7-run deficit. Cut on and miss there by White. McFarland doing a good job trying to pound the zone and get ahead.
Pretty sizable gap up the middle if he can just get a hold of one.
And the 1-2. That one's going to miss well outside. And White awaits the 2-2 from McFarland. And the pitch. That one's going to be fouled out of play. Count will remain 2-2. That one's going to miss outside to run things full now.
Definitely trying to work that outside part of the plate. Very interesting considering that's a lot of where his power is kind of taking that pitch the opposite way. Granted, we saw what happens when you throw it middle in, too.
That one's going to miss outside for ball 4. So Grenadiers not done yet here in the bottom half of the 8th. As that'll bring up the catcher, Logan Murphy. McFarland's first pitch is going to get squared up and hit into the gap, and it's going to get chased down by the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. A good barrel there by Murphy, but a good route also there by the center fielder Wright. So we will head to the 9th inning. Campbellsville leading 11-4. New pitcher for the Grenadiers is going to be Jackson Grissom. Left-hander, a transfer from Union College. And he will face the short. Nope, we have a replacement here, number 10. Gonzalez take over the catching duties for Buchanan. That one's going to be fouled off the end, and that cut the baseball. I can see that one from here. Right off the end of the bat. That one's going to be chopped foul. Count now 1-2. 1-2 in the dirt there from Grissom to run things even. Grenadiers looking to throw up a 0 to give themselves a chance here in the bottom half of the ninth. That one's bounced in there as well, now 3-2. Full count offering. That one smoked foul.
Heads up, third base coach. Those are never fun.
Got to keep you light on your feet, that's for sure. Another 3-2 here from Grissom. That one fouled out off the net, back towards us a little bit. If we had no net heroes, ready to make that play, Logan?
No, you were ready. Pitchers are athletes too.
That's what they say. And, oh, he's going to...
No shot.
Going to let him go after it appeared that he leaned in, but I think it would have been ball four, so it's going to be a moot point anyway. So, have a new courtesy runner as well. It appears to be number 2 for Campbellsville. As Bachui will stand in here and watch first pitch in the dirt low. That one fouled back in towards the dugout. Makes it 1-1. Grissom has his sign and looks to deliver. That one in the dirt. Crowd there by Murphy to keep the runner at first. The 2-1. That one's hit and fair down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. But played it off the well very quickly was Long to make sure that a run does not score. And Campbellsville's threatening again here in the top of the ninth.
Just doesn't seem like it matters who they put on the mound quite right now. That bottom of the lineup is going to continue to get on.
Bottom half of this Campbellsville lineup has been the catalyst for them today. That one smoked in. Good play there by Hazelwood to make the stop and then tag out the runner at third before he could get back to the bag. So a good heads up there by the senior. And that'll cut down that runner at third, and that'll be runners at first and second here with one away.
And not often do you get a third baseman unassisted on a non-force out, but nice job there. So it looks like
Have a pinch hitter here.
Yeah.
It'll be the previous courtesy runner, number 7.
Say we've seen him a lot today running, but his first one.
So Campbellsville will have a pinch hitter up here. Grissom looks to deal, and he'll get ahead there with strike one.
Pretty nice pitch right there.
The 0-1 here. This one is grounded foul towards the dugout, so that'll make it 0-2 here. The 0-2 from Grissom. This one fouled straight back out of play. And another 0-2. This one hit high. Looks like it's going to stay in the ballpark. Hazelwood under it and able to make the catch there out of foul territory. Stumbled as he made it, but able to secure, so there will be 2 outs here for the designated hitter McCann.
Yeah, very interesting inning for Braden Hazelwood at third base, but 2 outs nonetheless.
First pitch here to McCann. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Grissom has his sign. That one bounced in. Crowd there by Murphy, but actually ended up hitting the ball a little further away from him with his mask.
Yeah, just chasing it a little bit.
Yeah, but everybody stays put, so no harm, no foul there. Grissom to deliver the 1-1. Cut on and missed. Good change up there from the lefty. One and two count here to McCann. See if Grissom can wiggle out of some trouble. Pitch, breaking ball, misses low and outside, ball 2. And set and ready to deal. The 2-2. In the dirt. Nothing happening, though. Good job by Murphy again. Doing a very solid job behind the plate this evening. Or afternoon, rather.
I should mention, still a 7-inning game left here to this evening.
As that one's going to get poked off the end of the bat, right to Burdette, and he will make the play. So Grissom does a great job of escaping trouble to leave the Tigers off the board here in the 9th, but the Grenadiers have one more chance as they are trailing here 11-4 in the bottom of the 9th. We'll be back on the Grenadier Sports Network here in New Albany. Alex Yurt will lead things off for the Grenadiers here in their last opportunity to find a way to scratch and claw back into this one. And he'll take a hack there at the first pitch and foul it straight back.
McFarland going for the elusive 3-inning save. You don't see very many of those.
And that one will miss high. McFarland delivers a 1-1 to Yurt. That one is going to be in there just on the outside part for strike 2. And that one will be high and outside. Two here to Yurt. Gonna look for any way he can find on base here. Pitch from McFarland. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. Third baseman Braden Hazelwood up now. Every Grenadier from here on out just looking to get some base runners and try to put a little bit of a rally together. And first pitch put in play. No, foul. Out of play for strike 1. And the 0-1 from McFarland. That's going to miss and even things up at 1-1. McFarland taking his time. That one's going to miss a little high and inside. 2-1 now. Two and one to Hazelwood. Half's check swung on. Home plate umpire says he went around, and I agree. So it'll be even now, 2-2.
Yeah, another one of those kind of half-hearted check swings. We've seen quite a few of those today.
That one skied right at home plate. First baseman coming in and is able to make the play as he, with this wind, is smartly calls off his catcher. That's going to be a tough play for the catcher, but he's able to hang on to that one for the second out.
Almost came in a little too hot right there, but nice job, like you said, of calling off the catcher.
So it'll be 2 outs here for Slater Shield, doing anything he can to try to pass it back. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. The 1-0 here from McFarland. Virtually the exact same pitch and gets the same call just outside 2-0. And that one's going to be on the inside part for a strike. 2-1 now to Shield. And that one almost in the same spot. Going 2 for 2 there.
First 2 pitches in the same spot, second 2 pitches in the same spot.
Same result for both of them. As now the Grenadiers look to be down to their final strike here in this one. As McFarland deals the 2-2. That one is hit into the gap by Shield, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Grenadiers are not done yet, as Shield is going to have himself a stand-up double. And the lineup's going to turn over. A good job by the 9-hole for the Grenadiers.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting We saw him kind of do that earlier, but the center fielder was able to run it down.
Yeah, and that'll turn things over to the leadoff, Ethan Burdett, as they're going to need quite a few more of those to make things interesting. That one in the dirt for ball one. See, a lot of hits in this one. 12 for Campbellsville, 10 for the Grenadiers. Just Campbellsville able to convert on those a lot more often than the home team. As Burdett's going to watch that one miss inside, 2-0 now. Farland looks in, has his sign, and looks to deliver the 2-0. That one cut on and put in play by Burdett, giving chases the left fielder, and he's able to make the grab. So that's going to do it here in game one. Campbellsville able to take it. Final score 11-4. We are, of course, having a doubleheader here at New Albany this afternoon. So tune back in about a half hour, and we will have game two of the doubleheader today, which will, of course, be a 7-inning game with a rough start time of probably 4:15, give or take about 10 minutes. So for that, this is Kyle Hawkins and Logan Stevens signing off until the next game. So thank you for tuning in, and the Grenadiers fall in the game one here, 11-4.